it's fall now for most of the country, unless you're in California, where it's still in the high 70s. It seems like fall's never going to get here, and maybe it won't. Maybe we'll just go into winter. I think fall and spring have just been eliminated from the California seasons. We're on a two-season system now here, but it's still better than the 100-degree weather we were getting last month. So, but anyway, the fall season is upon us for most. We've got Halloween right around the corner, followed by Thanksgiving, and then Christmas. You've got the trifecta, and there's one thing that really helps put you in the mood of the holiday season, and that is all the classic holiday specials that are on TV every single year. We've always got our favorites that we watch. There's Rudolph, there's Frosty the Snowman, there's Die Hard. There's a lot of them that really, get you in that special holiday mood. And one of the most iconic for me, being a huge fan of this IP, is the Peanuts, Charlie Brown. There are several, but the majority, the three main ones that focus around this time of year are The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving, and of course Charlie Brown's Christmas. Now they have been aired on TV for, I don't know, I think since it's come out, specifically at least for 20 years on ABC. This year, unfortunately, as of today, this is reported that there will no longer be an airing of the Charlie Brown holiday specials on TV, on regular TV. And this is heartbreaking, because this is one of those things that just puts people in the mood. There's something different about watching it on TV than watching it on DVD, or through a streaming service. But nonetheless, here we are. This is coming from Business Insider, and it says here, iconic Peanuts TV specials will not air on ABC for the first time in 20 years as Apple purchases the rights. Here's how to watch. When the leaves start turning and the leaves start falling from the sky, falling from the trees, how pretty it is, and that nice, cool, crisp air, you breathe that nice crisp air. It says fall, and it gets you in the mood. You're ready for a little Halloween, trick-or-treating, a little pumpkin patch, carving pumpkins, and getting ready for Thanksgiving, being around family, watching football, enjoying that turkey dinner, and watching these holiday specials. And this is a real bummer, honestly. It's another thing that 2020 has killed about our society. For many families, Peanuts holiday specials are a key markers of the season, but don't expect to turn on the TV and watch them this year. After 20 years with ABC, the rights to It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, and A Charlie Brown Christmas were acquired by Apple TV. Apple TV Plus. Each special will be available to Apple TV subscribers throughout the holidays, but anyone can watch for free at certain times. The Halloween classic, It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, will be available to stream free over Halloween weekend from October 30th to November 1st. Charlie Brown Thanksgiving is set to stream for subscribers on November 18th, with anyone being able to watch for free from the 25th of November to the 27th of November. That's the holiday, so it's over those weekends. And then the classic Christmas, finally A Charlie Brown Christmas, is set to stream for subscribers on December 4th. Non-subscribers should mark their calendars, because this is the only special that does not air during the actual holiday. It is scheduled to be free about a week before the holiday. So, according to Vulture, this will be the first year since 1965 in which Peanuts specials haven't aired free on broadcast TV. So it is since 1965. That's like 60 years. That is an American tradition that they are just doing away with because of rights. And I don't know. Apple TV's. It's a real shame. That year, the Christmas special aired on CBS, which was its home until ABC won the rights in 2000. Vulture also reported that Apple was working on producing several new Peanuts specials for Mother's Day, Earth Day, and New Year's Eve. Apple's TV's websites also shows The Snoopy Show debuting in 2021. Peanut fans won't need an Apple device to catch the special this year. Apple TV is available through Amazon Fire devices, as well as Samsung, on your Roku TV, LG. Apple TVs offers a 1-week trial, and that's $5 a month. So not bad, not bad, but still. The real shame of this is, you look at this picture here. When you hear that music and you see the snow falling all around, so beautiful, it just puts you in that Christmas mood, that Christmas spirit right away. And, I think one of the unintended consequences of having streaming and digital was things like this happening. When this first started, when Netflix first started a streaming service and they went from being the hard copy to digital, everything started going digital. Music, went digital before that. And it sounded like such a good thing. It was a lot of hope in that thing. Oh, I don't have to have all the physical copies. I mean, I would have, cases of the zipper up bags that had just DVDs, CDs, and I'm transporting them every time you move or you want to go somewhere and have to take it with you. It's a huge, heavy load that, it's the idea of it was great. Oh, I don't have to have all this stuff anymore. I just have it on in the cloud now. But back then it was like maybe all on one CD or digitally through a thumb drive or something like that, or an extra hard drive. It was a great idea. Now it's a cloud and it's even better. But the unintended consequences of that were that we've seen some of the risks now with having only digital media and not having physical copies, that there's the fear of things being switched. There was the whole ooh la la scene in Back to the Future when that went to Netflix, that they had possibly, they did, edit certain things, and that began the concern that this was going to continue going forward. And where would it end? How much would they be able to edit out of anything? It obviously happened with Star Wars first with the special editions, switching things around and updating things and what have you. But you still had your physical copies. It was still in the 90s, so, it wasn't that big of a deal. You could still watch the original untouched ones. Now they're not even on Blu-ray or anything, so it's harder to find those. And now we've got, Back to the Future being switched, and that's a concern because you start worrying, well, if politically, socially things switch, what will they switch in the movies, to go along with the political landscape of the times? What are they going to switch? There's now disclaimers before Gone with the Wind. One of the most classic movies of all time, and they're putting a disclaimer in front of it. So there is that concern. The other thing was the streaming services were a good idea because you didn't have to pay for cable. It was a cheaper option. I don't want to have to pay the whatever it is, $60, $70, $80, whatever it is for cable and all those channels. I just want to watch some of the TV shows. Netflix had such a great variety of them. HBO had their HBO Go or HBO whatever it was first. Now it's HBO Now, or whatever. Disney now has their Disney Plus. Showtime has theirs. Starz has theirs. FX has theirs. Apple TV obviously has theirs. Hulu. It became too much. Where now, to get anything, you've got to subscribe to all these different services, or to get everything you want, and it's becoming the same as just having cable in the first place. We went on this track of streamlining, making it easier, making it cheaper, putting everything together in one place, and now because of companies started realizing, well, maybe they're losing money off it, or they're losing viewers, the ratings are down because people are just streaming, so now they've all started their own streaming services, and now we've got a streaming war, and you've got to subscribe to everything, and it's becoming the same price as having cable. It's going to be cheaper to have cable eventually. Because now things that were on Netflix are no longer on Netflix because the rights have changed. Things on Hulu are no longer. Hulu is going to be for all the TV stuff. You could watch current episodes that had just aired, but now there's certain restrictions. They don't have every channel. CBS has their own, NBC, all of their own streaming services. So it's gotten to the point where it's kind of veered off from the original intention. And now we've got this Charlie Brown, the specials, as another victim of this whole thing. You can no longer watch these on regular TV, and you're really missing out the experience of, not just watching on TV, the commercials that go along with it. It just adds that traditional holiday spirit. And there's something special about knowing everyone in the country is watching it at the same time on the same night. There's some kind of camaraderie. It's a big event. Charlie Brown's on again, and the families all get together and watch it. And now it's just going to be stream it or have your physical copy. You know, that's probably becoming more important now to get physical copies of things. It's so funny because the original digital idea was get away from physical copies so we don't need them. And now, because things have gotten so crazy, it's maybe more important to have physical copies again. So it's kind of reversed from the original intention there. But, you know, it's just one of those things that's it's unavoidable now. It's a freight train that's headed in one direction. I don't know where that direction is, but yeah, it's kind of the intention has seemed to reverse course. So there you have it. Charlie Brown no longer on TV. At least for now. I wish that Apple would just, you know, lease the rights out to one of the networks to be able to air it, you know. But that seems not to be the case. Maybe at some point something like that will happen. You know, we know that that can happen. Sony was able to lease out Spider-Man to Disney. So stranger things have happened. It's not unheard of, and I think it'd be a good idea. It'd show a lot of goodwill for Apple too. You know, anyone who has a little apprehension about Apple and how they run the company, you know, the prices are pretty high on things, and well, I'm not gonna get into that, but this would be a little goodwill, you know, to show. All right, yeah, we own it, but you know, we don't want to break that American holiday tradition of airing these every single year. You know, it's a really special thing, and they have put an end to it, at least for now. So get your physical copy. They are offering it for free on those certain weekends, so you can still watch it. You know, if you have any kind of device that streams with the Apple TV app, you'll be able to watch it. At least that, you know, is one thing, but it's not the same as having it on one night, a special event, you know. American tradition, but there we are. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, lock the doors and hope they don't have blasters.